what's up YouTube? This is your boy STEERO GOD and I'm back with another banger. Now, I know you guys missed me. You're always commenting on my Instagram and on my YouTube telling me, well, not telling me, asking me, ooh, Langa, when are you gonna upload again? We miss your content. And I'm sorry for keeping you guys waiting for so long. Today the 1st of June 2019. No. 2020. Oh, time flies. Marks a year since I released Beast Mode. And to celebrate Beast Mode's first anniversary, I decided to make a video on how I found out that the song got Verse of the Year. Nobody told me. And I don't understand why nobody told me. I mean, I understand that it's Uncle Verb's award, but like it's my song. So I don't know why nobody told me. And the thing is, I'm in contact with almost everybody who was involved in the Verse of the Year award panel. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't understand why nobody told me. But anyway, this is how it happened, right? Was it a Thursday? Do I need to give you that much detail? I don't even remember what day it was, but that doesn't matter. It was one of those nights where you say you're gonna have an early night, right? And you don't. But genuinely, like, I was planning on having an early night that night, and that never happened. So anyway, it's about 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is very early for me because usually like I stay up late working until like the early a.m.s. I was going through my timeline on Instagram, right? And I thought to myself, let me just check my YouTube analytics because I saw that Beast Mode was getting a lot of views lately. So I was like, where are these views coming from? Because I hadn't promoted it in that week at all. Matter of fact, I hadn't promoted it in that month at all. So I checked my YouTube analytics, right? And I see that it's being recommended by another video on YouTube. So I clicked the link to the video which was recommending Beast Mode. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see that this is on Uncle Verb's channel. In the introduction, there's like a shot of the award. And I saw my name, STEERO. I didn't really notice because I was tired. So I watched about 10 more seconds of the video. Then I was like, nah, wait. Did that thing just say my name? So I rewind the video just so I can read properly to see if what I was seeing is real. And I pressed pause right on the award. And I see that it says STEERO featuring Proverb Beast Mode. And you know, when I saw that, my jaw literally dropped. Like, I was chilling in bed. It was literally so unexpected because I had no idea because nobody told me. I still don't know why. Even though the award went to Uncle Verb, that's still my song, you know, and it still says my name on that trophy or on that award. Is a trophy and an award the same thing? Can you call an award a trophy? Because I mean, they look similar, so I mean. Anyway, so then I go to Instagram, right? Because I remember that I saw a post of Uncle Verb and Auntie Nogulunga. Auntie Nogulunga works at Slicker on Live. And I saw that she posted a picture with Uncle Verb a while back holding an award. And when I saw the picture a week before, I didn't really pay attention to it. So after I saw this, I then went back to Instagram and went to that same picture. And then I like zoomed in, and then I saw that the award he was holding was the Verse of the Year award that he got for Beast Mode. And I was like, wow, like this is the real thing. And then again, I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me? I then decide to text Auntie Nogulunga, right? Because she works at Slicker on Live. I was like, Auntie Nogulunga. And then she was like, okay, look, I know exactly what you're gonna say to me. I was going to tell you as soon as I knew that he was in the top 10, and then I just forgot. So I just watched the discussion, and I think I went to bed at like 12 a.m, which I regretted the next morning, but it was worth it. So when I'm watching the panel, it's like all of these top dogs in the industry. Uncle Stogie, Uncle Zabs, Miss Cosmo, Lee Kasumba, and I don't remember the other guy's name, sorry. I actually met Uncle Stogie and Uncle Zabs on the same day in 2018. 12th of December 2018, when I performed for the Minister of Arts and Culture. And I've always looked up to Zabs. Zabs is definitely one of my favorite rappers in this country. Just hearing him and Uncle Stogie and Miss Cosmo and Auntie Lee just talk about the song. It was just crazy, you know. I was like, wow, is this real? Is this really happening? Am I dreaming? Have I fallen asleep already? So now my uncle fortunately even sent me money and he's like, congrats on your song getting Verse of the Year. He said I should own it, you know, because it's a big deal, something that you should own. And I didn't really think about it that way initially. Even my aunts tweeted about the achievement, and you know, it was just a beautiful experience. My Uncle Q didn't say anything. Hater! So you know, it was just a very special moment for me. So yeah, shout out to everybody who was part of the panel, and shout out to you, Auntie Nobubunga, even though you didn't tell me. And you, Uncle Verb, shout out to you, even though you didn't tell me. So you must be wondering, okay, Langa, you've told us about the Verse of the Year. Why are there still 5 minutes left on the video? Guess why? I've got a surprise for you. I remember on my while back, okay? Jeez. A while back I asked on my Instagram story if I should upload these videos where I just talk to the camera and tell you stories, and a lot of you said yes. About 3 of you said no. Haters. So I've got a story to tell you, right? Last year I was invited to an event called the Polar Plunge. So basically what the Polar Plunge is, you know, a bunch of people, celebs, public figures, do a plunge in ice cold water to raise awareness for the South African Special Olympics, right? So I was invited to that event in August of last year. So I was with my 2 cousins, right? And early in the morning we get ready to go and we leave. We get in an Uber and we're on the way to the event, and I was sick that weekend because at Kung Fu we train at night, right? And I've got a very weak immune system. So I'm with my 2 cousins, Pira and Liseli, and we're in the Uber, we're on the way to the event, right? It was at Parktown Boys High School. I should have already known to expect something, because we've all heard stories about Parktown Boys. We know what goes down at Parktown Boys. And I didn't really take it to heart that now we're going to this snack school and whatever. You know, I just thought, you know, let me go do this thing for the South African Special Olympics, and you know, that was my mindset. So I get to the school and we're going down to the swimming pool, right? Because this is where the event was happening. So I get to the pool and there's 2 sections, right? There's a section here where the school kids are sitting, and there's a section here where the public figures and the celebrities are standing. This is where the people who are doing the plunge were chilling, right? So in order to get into this section, you have to like sign the paper. So I signed the paper, and then my little cousin Pira says to me,
are we even allowed to be here in this section with all these celebrities?
And I'm like, Pira, do you forget who I am? This is why we are here. This is why I was invited to the event. And then he's like, oh, by the way. So now we're chilling and, you know, I'm networking, handing out flyers, the Beast Mode flyers. So eventually, you know, after the networking and whatever, you know, people are doing the plunge, and because I was sick, like I was deciding whether I wanted to do the plunge or not, because we're like jumping into ice cold water. So then I decide, nah, I'm gonna do the plunge for the cause, and you know, so put on my plunging gear, and then I go to the end of the pool so I can do the plunge. And then Kim Jade was like presenting, so she asked me, she's like, do you want to say something on the mic? And I was like, okay, cool. And then I jump in, né? So I jump into the pool and I'm swimming. And everybody's laughing. So now everybody's laughing at me, and I'm wondering now. And the thing is, every time I swim, literally every time I swim, somebody laughs. For I don't know what the reason is, but literally every single time I swim, people laugh at me. And then I get out the pool, and then people are laughing still. So I'm wondering now, like, what did I do? I'm trying to see myself, if something happened, nothing happened, people were just laughing. I think I just swim weirdly. That's probably part of the reason why I don't like to swim. So anyway, this is where things get weird. This is where things get very weird, right? So obviously now, because I'm wet, I obviously packed clothes, like other clothes to wear for after I do the plunge, right? So my cousin Liseri was with one of his friends that go to the school. So I asked the friend, I was like, yo bro, where can I change? And then he's like, nah, just go in there and then turn left, and then you're gonna see the changing rooms, right? So I go into the building. Well, we all go into the building, but like I was walking in front of them, right? So it's just me and Pierre in front, and they said and his friend at the back. So I walk into the passage and I turn left to what I thought was the changing room. As soon as I turn left into that room, there's a guy in the shower. And it was very awkward because I'm like looking around trying to see where I'm supposed to change. This guy is showering with the curtain open, and I'm also thinking to myself, like, why is this guy showering with the curtain open? Like, there are about 100 people outside and 100 cameras on. Like, close your curtain, bruh. So anyway, I was already traumatized when I saw this naked man in the shower. So I say to Lissetti's friend, I'm like, bruh, there's a guy in the shower. And he laughs at me. He's like, no, bruh, that's the bathroom. This is the changing room. So I'm like, my nigga, you were behind me and you saw me walk into the bathrooms and you didn't say no. Now I had to walk into the bathroom and see that naked man. So go into the changing room, and it's all four of us, right? And this was the most uncomfortable experience of my life. There are these men, right? About 6, 7 of them, old men. All of them are half naked. So I was like, okay, this is a bit weird. And the reason why I thought it was weird is because they were all wearing like the same underwear. It looked like diapers. And these are like old men. When I say old, I don't mean 40. I mean like late 50s to early 70s, right? So I'm like, you know what, nah? I'm just gonna change and get out of here. But I'm not trying to stay in here for long. I'm not trying to interact or talk to anybody. I'm just gonna do that. So Lisetta and his friend are already feeling uncomfortable. And they left. They're like, no, we're not staying in here with these guys. And then they left. So now it's just me and Pierre. So now another guy walks into the bathroom because there's 2 entrances, right? There's one this side and there's one this side. So a guy walks into this entrance pushing another guy. They were shouting at each other also. It wasn't just like random pushing, and you know, it was a black guy and a white guy, right? So the black guy walks in and the white guy is pushing the black guy, right? So now I look at Pierre and he looks at me and I'm like, what's going on here? So the guy that's getting pushed walks out of the bathroom, right? He goes out the other exit. So now me and Pierre are still there. Now we're already like feeling uncomfortable, and now the other guys who are already in the bathroom initially start playing this game with each other. And the one guy wasn't even wearing any underwear, right? And I knew this because now I'm about to get changed. Nah. And Pierre is like, you know that thing when you're in public and you wanna tell somebody to look at somebody else, you can't point. So Pierre does this eye point thing. He's like, and then I look. And I regret looking. I don't know why I looked, because already in the corner of my eye, I could see that this guy was not wearing underwear. And the thing is, I think this guy that wasn't wearing underwear, he was like the oldest guy in the room. So I was like extra traumatized. I was like, nah. Why did I have to see that? Like, he was so so wrinkly. Man, Pure, but also you. Like, why could... Anyway, so the one guy has got his underwear and he's like doing this and they're like whipping each other with this guy's underwear. And I'm like, what the hell are these guys doing? Like, what's going on? I had no idea what to think. I was just like, nah, whatever is happening here is making me feel very uncomfortable. So now eventually when I decide to change, nah, I'm like, okay, Pierre, hold the towel. Because obviously I need to take off my boxes. Because my boxes were wet because I swam in them. And don't say, Langa, why did you swim in your boxes? Guys, ish. Now imagine I get out of the pool. Now, let's say I didn't have my boxes on. Imagine I get out of the pool and then the weight of my pants makes them fall. That would have been a problem. A big problem. In order to change, I have to take off all of my clothes because all of my clothes were wet. I then take off my pants and I take off my boxes. So now the guy that was pushing the other guy walks towards me and Pierre. And he's just staring at us. And now I look at Pierre. And now I'm trying not to look like I'm startled or anything. Because if I look stressed, Pierre is going to stress. And if he stresses and they see that we're both stressing, they're going to take advantage. So I was like, nah, just chill. It's fine. So Pierre just reached the breaking point and he ran out of the bathroom. He puts the towel down and he's like, nope, I'm not gonna stay in here with these weird men. So this guy is half naked. I don't have my boxes on because I was putting them on and Pure ran out and the towel is now on the floor, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm not gonna bend down and get this towel. I'm not gonna bend down and get the towel. So I quickly put on my boxes now, and this guy is still staring at me. And him and I don't say anything to each other. And this stare down probably lasted about 20 to 30 seconds, where I'm looking at this guy and he's looking at me. And I'm trying to think to myself, like, okay, cool. If this guy were to harm me, what am I gonna do? So I started to weigh my options. I can either run outside, but if I run outside, I'd run outside naked in front of all of the people that are there. So I was like, nah, that's not an option. And then I was like, I do kung fu, maybe I can fight. And the thing is that kung fu, a lot of the time we spar with like the big guys. But then I thought, nah, if I fight this guy, there are 6 other men in this bathroom, and the one guy is butt naked. These guys are gonna gang up on me, and that would be like 1 against 7. While I'm looking at this guy and thinking about the scenarios, I pray. I'm like, Lord, whatever happens today, please, can I at least get a picture with Lale Hiriyama? So after all that thinking and all that planning, this guy just walks away. And I'm like, okay, so after this guy walked away, I had never put on clothes as fast as I did on that day. I quickly put on my jeans. I didn't even put on my shoes and socks. I put on my jeans and I put on my top and I left. I left the bathroom and I look at Pure and I'm like, Pure, why did you leave me here naked with these guys in the bathroom? And he was like,
Nah. You know the school is nuts. You know what's happened at the school before. I wasn't gonna risk it.
So then I was like, okay, you know what, whatever. So we walk outside of the school and then there's like a net bank nearby. So when I check my bags, I don't know why I didn't check my bags when I was still at the school, but when I check my bags, I see that, and I prayed. I was like, God, please, can those shoes not be in that bathroom? So I ran back down to the school, and luckily my shoes were near the swimming pool because I took them off when I was about to swim, obviously. And then I went back to the net bank and then called the Uber and we left. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, comment as well. Again, shout out to everybody who was part of the Verse of the Year panel, and shout out to Auntie Melanie for inviting me to the polar plunge. Overall, the event was dope. You know, it was for a good cause. You know, I made a lot of connections, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for all the support, and this has been your boy STEERO God, and until next time, peace.